Order. It's not your business. These students take years to come here. Order, honorable member. Proceed. Somebody should encourage them also. Proceed, honorable member. Order.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Chuka Igamba Ng'ombe, Honorable Speaker, is my neighboring constituency from Tharaka Nithi, and I'm from Embu County. I want to take this opportunity to actually welcome and encourage our young men and women, and I want them to take this opportunity to dream bigger, even beyond this house, Honorable Speaker. I believe everybody here remembers that trip to Parliament, and is a trip that encouraged many of us, Honorable Speaker, to actually fight to be in this house. Honorable Speaker, this is the house that makes a lot of contribution with education. It is the house that actually, Honorable Speaker, has made our education to be somewhere through the NTCDF funds, and Honorable Speaker, through the many policies that we have passed in this house. And Honorable Speaker, I want to tell the student that yes, we mean well for the education sector. Yes, we fight for the budget of education to be even enough. But Honorable Speaker, we also want to say in this floor, Honorable Speaker, that we should be very cautious when we are promising many things. I had some times back a promise of free university education, and I was very worried that we have not even gone very far with the free primary education and free secondary education, Honorable Speaker. And those are things we need to discuss in this house, yes, and ensure we streamline the policies that guide our education. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Okay, I will now call on the chair of the Energy Committee.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
To respond to the statement that was sought by the Honorable Joseph Tunui, MP for Kurisei South.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, following the letter dated 2nd July 2026, under reference NADDC Energy 2026.
Is he in the house, the MP?
Yes.
Where is he? Tunui, well, proceed here. Okay.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. The National Assembly Departmental Committee on Energy requested the Cabinet Secretary in the Ministry of Energy and Petroleum to make submissions regarding prolonged delay in repair and replacement of faulty electricity transformers in Kuresoi South constituency, as requested by Honorable Joseph Tanui, Member of Parliament for Kuresoi South constituency, Honorable Chair. In the first question, where the member sought a report on state of transformers serving Kabongoi Primary School, Kapngorot Secondary School, Tomboalo, Tirigoi, Chenungu, Kaprengero, Gorofa, and Leldas Nyalias, including the dates when transformers in respect of transformers were reported and the action taken to date. Honorable Speaker, the response from the ministry is that Kenya Power has undertaken technical assessment of the transformers serving the cited areas and the detailed schedule indicating the date each transformer was reported, the assessment conducted, and the status of remedial works is submitted to the committee by KPLC as follows. Honorable Speaker, we have a schedule that has 10, and we start with the first one is Tirogoi Primary School. The fault was reported on the 5th February 2026. The faulty transformer was replaced on the 15th March 2026, restoring electricity supply. 2, we have Gorofa Secondary School, reported on the 6th of February 2026, and replaced on the 14th February 2026. 3, Tambwago Primary School, it was reported in 2020, Honorable Speaker. The 20 kVA stroke 33 kV transformer confirmed faulty and to be replaced by July 2026. Honorable Speaker, the list goes on, and the last one is Kaplengero. Investigation established that the associated medium voltage line was not formally handed over to KPLC by the by REREC. Honorable Speaker, the line also have several technical defects, including vandalized earthing. Kenya Power has initiated engagement with REREC to undertake a joint technical inspection and facilitate corrective actions prior to the commissioning of the transformer. Question number 2, the Member of Parliament sought the factors that have contributed to the prolonged delay in repairing or replacing faulty transformers, particularly those that have remained non-functional for more than 2 years. Honorable Speaker, the Cabinet Secretary indicated that delay in repairing or replacing some faulty transformers has been occasioned by a combination of technical, operational, and administrative factors, including, and not limited to, 1, the need to undertake comprehensive technical investigation to establish the root cause of transformer failure before replacement. 2, stock supply challenges for the 25 kVA stroke 33 kV transformers in the last financial year. 3, the requirement to complete prerequisite work such as metering, installation, network configuration, and correction of defects before new transformers can be energized safely. And 3, infrastructure ownership and asset handover challenges projects implemented by REREC, particularly where electricity network have not been formally transferred to KPLC for operational and maintenance. And lastly, Honorable Speaker, vandalism of electricity infrastructure and repeated damage to network asset, which increases restoration cost and prolongs repair timelines. Honorable Speaker, the Kenya Power continually reviews these challenges and prioritizes interventions to minimize restoration timelines while ensuring the safety, quality, and sustainability of electricity supply. 3, the member also wanted to get a response on the measures put in place by the ministry and relevant agency to restore electricity supply to the affected areas and the timelines for the repair or replacement of the faulty transformers. Honorable Speaker, the Ministry of Energy, in collaboration with KPLC and other relevant stakeholders, have instituted measures to restore electricity supply to the affected areas, including 1, replacement of faulty transformers serving Tirigoi Primary School; 2, replacement of the remaining faulty transformers by 30th July 2026, that is by the end of this month; restoration of outstanding electricity issue, including metering, installation, network defects, and third-party infrastructure handover requirement to facilitate safe energization. Honorable Speaker, the 4th question was the long-term measures being implemented to improve maintenance, reduce response time for transformer failures, and ensure reliable electricity supply to customers in Kuresoi South constituency and other affected areas across the country. Honorable Speaker, the Kenya Power has implemented several long-term initiatives aimed at improving network reliability, reduce transformer faults, and reducing restoration times in the event of transformer failure that include: 1, strengthening the preventive and conditional-based maintenance program to detect any and rectify emerging defects before equipment failure; 2, increase investments in replacement of aging transformers; 3, maintaining strategic stocks of transformers and critical materials to enhance emergency response capability; And Honorable Speaker, strengthen collaboration with the county government, security agencies, and local communities, combat vandalism, protect electricity infrastructure, and safeguard power line waylifts. And lastly, Honorable Speaker, continuous investment in technical capacity, operational efficiency, and modern maintenance practices to improve service delivery and ensure sustainable electricity supply across the country. These measures form part of the Kenya Power ongoing commitment to providing safe, reliable, and quality electricity services to all customers while supporting the country's social and economic development, Honorable Speaker. That is the response. And also, Speaker, just one is that